Shout out to AZ Screen Recorder for bringing back the bar. I mean, you literally never and can't see this, but the recording app I use has changed its interface a few times. And before they had a little bar with buttons on it, then they had like a little bubble where you click on it and it opens up these buttons. And now they have they have an option to where you can choose between the two of them, and I like the bar more. The button was interesting, but I like the bar because it's one step instead of two. As you can see, this is my first time playing today. Oops. Is the volume on? What are we doing? Whoops. What is this? I clicked on the thing. Okay, there's volume. I was a little concerned there for a second. I'm actually like recording. I'm recording at 10, which is 5 minutes late towards a typical because I was helping out my mother set up her Fitbit, which I didn't actually finish doing, which I mean I could have, but it's not that difficult. She just needs to, look at the instructions on her phone and, pay attention and things. And if she doesn't do it now and she never learns how to use it, then she kind of has no purpose of using it at all. So it's kind of just like, what am I there for? Like, I really don't want to be the one to set up and use her Fitbit for her while she's the one wearing it. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I guess, should I talk about the job? Oh, goodness gracious. My feet hurt again. My fucking... if I can find it, there's like a... My watch, it has a pedometer on it. It counts my steps, and like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are just fucking just like way more than everything before it. Like, I guess I can look at the numbers. I was thinking of getting a screenshot because I know, like, I learned from the just exploring settings and whatnot. You can like request a screenshot from your app, but or from your watch, and I did that a few times, but I have no idea where the pictures are saved, so I don't care. But now I'm just looking at it, and I can see, let's see, Thursday, July 28th, that's as far back as it goes. 312 steps that day. The next Friday, 712 steps. And the next Saturday, 713 steps. And then Sunday was 1,000 steps. And then Monday was 5,000 steps. Yesterday was 8,000 steps. And today is 10,000 steps. So clearly walking way more than I'm used to. But my watch likes me for it. It's telling me that I'm reaching all my goals and stuff. And I'm like, I didn't set these goals. I don't want to walk this much. But hey, I am, I guess. Whatever. Ooh, scary. So yeah, walking a whole lot more. Gonna find some, get some Dr. Scholl's or something for my feet, Oh, goodness. And my mom's got that Fitbit. No idea how it works. I don't even know if she'll be able to figure it out. But, I don't know. Well, it ties into her phone. So maybe she won't have too much of a trouble with it. But I really don't know how it works. And, I told her I'd get back to her in like 20 minutes. I said an hour because I wanted to just relax for a while. Read some LMS. Yeah! I started reading in some more, Legendary Moonlight Sculptor, because I used to be like way into the light novel, not the light novel, I'm reading the light novel now. I was really into the webcomic, but they ended the season and they actually just like stopped making new ones for like they were supposed to continue 2 months ago and then haven't. So I'm just like, okay, I guess I should read it, because everybody I know who's read it says that the written version is way better. And that's usually the case for webcomics based off of light novels. So it's either a light novel or a web novel. I'm not sure. I know Kumanani is a web novel. But unless it's a light... No, the chapters are too fucking short for it to be a light novel. But no, I started reading that because I'm like way into the story and it's very funny. And I read some like reviews on Bakatsuki, if that's how you say that. And like a lot of people were like, it starts out really well, but then it's like, I don't know. It like they were saying it doesn't get as good. I don't know. It was mixed, but there were more people that didn't like it than I was expecting. Like they were saying it starts out really well, but it's not deserving of the rating that it gets. And I mean, it does start out really well. Like I'm reading all of the things that I already know. Like I know what's going to happen, but there are like some like extra twists and things that are done differently from how they were done before. Where I'm like, okay, cool, all right. And you know, it's good. It is very good. It's very well written, and I like it. Well, it's not like the best written in the world, but I don't know. I do like it. I do like the Legendary Moonlight Sculptor. Check it out. Check it out if you're into reading. You know, either reading webcomics or light novels. They're both pretty good. They're both pretty good. I do know a bunch of people who are just like, no, don't even bother with the webcomic. But you know, the webcomic's a good start. You know, if you're you know, something just to get you interested in the story, because you know the character is portrayed pretty well. Just some of the events are a little rushed and stuff like that. So I don't know, but I do like that. I want to read a whole lot more. And the chapters are really long though, so that's just why I'm thinking it's actually like a light novel, because the chapters are pretty long, which kind of contradicts the light name, but no, the chapters are super long, especially compared to Kumanane, which takes me like 6 minutes to read each time. I'm sure you can calculate an average just by looking at the videos, but Kumanane doesn't take very long, 6 or 7 minutes, and then these take me like 20 to 25 minutes to read. So they're like real fucking chapters, like a real fucking book, pretty sure. And it's a very good book. I like it. I don't know, I've said that a lot. I don't know, I recommend things all the time, and I have no idea how often people follow up on them. Cause I figured, like, I don't know, people aren't always just like, people don't pay attention to what I say. They're just like listening to my voice. Which, of course, brings me back to a question I asked in the previous episode, where I was wondering, you know, why people watch the show. Because I had mentioned that I had asked what they would describe the show, but I hadn't asked why they would watch the show. And I kind of already know that a lot of people, like probably the majority, just like having something on in the background. I know that's like especially what got Mike into it. Because he didn't give a shit about the game. Shout out to Mike. I think I have to talk about Mike in every episode now. It's just a thing. I don't think there's an episode this season where I haven't talked about Mike. But no, he didn't give a shit about the game. So he just like listening to my voice while he was doing boring shit. And and when I asked the question yesterday, somebody else, I forgot your name already. I'm terrible with names, so don't feel bad about it. But somebody said basically that same kind of thing, where they just like having something to listen to while they're doing boring shit. I think they said drawing specifically, which is cool as shit. Hey, you, the person that I already forgot the name of, you want to draw things for me? That'd be great. I don't know. I'm always trying to talk to artists, but artists won't draw for free. It's annoying because I'm poor. Except now I kind of have a job, but I won't get paid until like 2 weeks, and then I'm going on vacation, and I'm probably going to use all of my money that I make right then. So, oh, goodness gracious me. Still kind of need to think about what I want to do for the whole vacation dealio. Because I don't know if it's going to be like 4 days or 5 days, because I think we'll be back Friday. She said like Friday night, so maybe I'll be back in time to record. Even if I'm not back in time to record, I think I'll just probably not make a Friday video and just be able to make a video as soon as I get home, so that I have like a really just like a quick recap of like kind of all the coolest stuff that happened while it's like fresh in my mind, you know? Just so that I'm not like sitting on it for another day. Because last time I went on vacation, I had a lot of fun, but when I came back for the videos, I barely talked about anything that happened, just because it just happened like 4 or 5 days ago. And I was just like, none of the stories are significant enough to tell them after they had happened. Like, I picked out a few choice moments, but I don't know, a lot of things happened, and it's just like, whatever. I don't even know if I've talked about my fucking hat. I got a hat made that says DiLLiGAF on it while I was in in Ocean City, which is kind of a spoiler to my general area, but actually there are a couple Ocean Cities. I know there's like a state near me that has an Ocean City, although the one that I went to before is a lot more popular. But yes, while I was in this place called Ocean City, I got a hat custom made that says DiLLiGAF on it, and I like it a lot. It's a pretty nice hat. It's like a trucker cap, so it's got like the dots and stuff in the back. Not dots, the holes, like air holes or whatever in the back. And it's like a blue hat, and it's got like, I told the dude I wanted storm clouds on it, so it's got like kind of gray with like blue running through it or some shit. And the fucking the DiLLiGAF thing, I don't know. It's a little annoying because I told him like I told him what I wanted. I told him DiLLiGAF, and he actually, like, when he wrote it down on the paper, he gave it capital L's, and I immediately told him, like, don't, make sure it's not capital L's. I don't like that. There's a weird thing there. And then, like, he sent it off to the dude, and the dude still did capital L. The dude did everything capital except for the eyes, which was dumb as hell, and I don't like it. Like, I would wear the hat way more often if it wasn't like that. Everything is capital except, like, if everything were capital, I would like it. If just the D were capital and nothing else, I would like it. But it's everything capital except for the eyes. And I get that it's kind of like the graffiti kind of style, but I mean, he still could have done it. He still could have done it like that. Like, you didn't even need to make the L's capital. Like, when I told the dude, like, while he was writing, because you know, you got one dude just taking in orders and another dude painting them out while he's doing that. It's an airbrush thing. It's an airbrush custom hat. If it was just printed out, then I could see exactly what was going to be printed out, and I probably would have preferred that. But my sister and mother talked me into getting an airbrush hat. So I was just like, fuck it, go ahead. Because I've gotten an airbrush shirt before. I've gotten Maki Nishikino on a shirt. I get the Mach face. I don't know if I've talked about that ever, and I might at some point, but not right now. So, you know, I got this airbrush. I mean, it's a pretty nice looking hat. It just, the letters really bother me, and it just still annoys the shit out of me that I just told this dude to his face, like, hey, don't make those capital L's. And he didn't change it, and like maybe I thought he would change it, or he would tell the dude, but no, nothing happened, and then now they're capital L's, and like capital G and shit, and maybe even on the paper it had a capital G, but I really noticed the L's, because he didn't have to do capital L's. If he did lowercase i's and lowercase l's, you would easily be able, because you can tell the difference between a lowercase I and a lowercase l when you just have the little dot over the I, which he does. There's a little dot over the I, and then the L's have like a weird little fucking thing sticking out the bottom, and it's like, oh, that's a capital L in the middle of the fucking, bothers me. And it's like such a pointless little thing. But it's like, you gotta kind of worry about these fine details and shit, cause like, I don't know, I was stressing hell about this when I was just getting it, because I was like this is the thing that will determine my brand, you know, like this is the thing that I will have to represent me from now on. I mean, it's and not really, but kind of like, and like that moment like is when we became like set on the storm thing. Like the whole storm motif was chosen completely random. Right? The whole Song of Storms at the ending was just fucking me and a dude talking about Zelda music, right? And I learned like this dude's really good at guitar, so I'm like, dude, make me an outro with your guitar. And we were just like, shit, man, do Song of Storms. Song of Storms sounds sweet. And we did it. Shout out to Sarix. He's my fucking man. Love you. You're amazing at guitar. He doesn't really watch the videos that often anymore. I haven't talked to him in forever, and I should, but I haven't. But still, shout out to him. Regardless, he made the outro that I'm probably going to be using for a very long time. And I love it, and it sounds amazing. But it just happened, right? I was just talking to him, and I was just like, yeah, man, make me an outro. You good at guitar? He was just like, alright, I guess, what do you want? And I was like, I think, like, I kind of told him to make an original song, and then he was just, like, not certain, so I was like, just do a cover of Song of Storms or something. And he was just like, alright, and he did it, and it sounds amazing, and it was just, that's the thing now. It's a storm now. We're stormy. And like the fucking the thing itself doesn't really like. I don't know. How do you get a theme out of DiLLiGAF besides apathy? How do you picture and have some sort of graphic that represents apathy besides like an obvious like face that doesn't care or some kind of emoji shit or whatever? So it's like there's not much of a theme you can really work off with that, and that was dumb. I knew I needed to kill her. Fucking me. So I was just like the fact that it is a storm doesn't really match, but the story of it actually kind of works in ways because it just works with my pronounced kind of whatever with the roll with it, you know? It's just, okay, we're storms now. It is a Song of Storms guy. It's just like, and I know half of you have never heard it because like, it's obvious that most people don't finish the videos. But hey, you know. Shout out if you've ever heard the outro. If you've ever made it to the end of the video. Go you. It's just statistically, most people don't make it to the end of the video. So like, I get a bunch of views, but the retention is terrible. And that's understandable, I guess. You know, people just want to stop in and be like, oh, hey, what's he talking about this episode? Oh, dumb shit, I'm out. You know? So I'm just like, you know, it makes sense. My videos are very strange, and there's no real formula to them. None of them are the same, just by definition, because I make them all up off the top of my head when recording them. So it's just like, you know, if you see a couple seconds of an episode and you're like, oh, he's upset today, I don't want to watch this, it makes sense. Or it's like, oh, he's too happy today, I like when he's pissed at something. And I mean, I can switch between a whole lot of things very quickly. Like, I remember there was one episode where I took like a whole chunk of 5 minutes right off the end getting like really pissed at something for a good friend of mine. And of course I showed it to him and he was touched. And that was fun. Don't really need to go over that again, as it didn't matter that much, I guess. It's just like, maybe that's insulting now that I've said that. Oh well, shout out to Andrew, he doesn't watch my videos, but oh well. That's actually kind of best case scenario right there, ain't it? What? Wait, did Nadeshko activate herself? If Nadeshko activated herself, then this is best case scenario. Well, best case scenario would have been this, except Nadeshko's still alive. Would be, well, Nadeshko being dead means that any activations we get out of ARPA will be freezes, which are very good. But if Nadeshko were still alive, then we would have more buffer to not die on. So what you would want would be Nadeshko getting activated twice, but staying alive and not getting activated any more than that. Well, 3 times kind of works. I think it's like 3 times and everybody else is going to do 9s. But 2 times is best, because 2 times is going to get my main hitter to do her max. And, well, only 1 time gets her to do regular max, and then 2 times gets her to do, awaken, like, burst damage max. Which reminds me of a story that I could just totally throw Mike under the bus with, but I'm not going to. I will save harassing him for, I don't know, some other day or something. Or having like, when I'm having a conversation with him recorded or something. I don't know, I want to do a lot more things with Mike, but, very bad at setting things up. So, yell in the comments, like, super caps, do Portal 2. Like, really, like, super caps hundreds of times, do Portal 2. Because what we want to do, and we've talked about it a couple times, we just haven't gotten around to doing it. But, what we wanted to do for a good while is have Mike and Dave play Portal 2, and then me on Skype with Dave, sort of commentating for Dave, because Dave doesn't talk, so I get to play the role of Dave and watch his screen through Skype while Mike records his, and of course, gives off his little commentary, because he has his own little channel and he comments every now and then, and it's not super obvious who he is, but I think he commented recently if you want to track that down. He's actually in the there's a little section if you go to my channel on if you go to my channel on the desktop, where it's like cool friends or something like that. I got Gardwin in there, who I've talked about a couple times, who's a good friend of mine. It might just be good friends. And then I got Mike in there. I really never tried to learn how to say his YouTube name because it's got a bunch of dumb numbers in there. And I also got like Sonata in there, because I can say Sonata's my friend, right? We've talked a couple times. You know, he helps me out with various things. Yeah, I got Sonata in there, and a couple other people that I know who have YouTube channels. So, I mean, check out a couple of them if you want. I guess none of them are kind of exactly like mine, but I like Mike's video. I don't know, I've seen very little of Mike's videos. I know he streams more often now, because he just likes it more and he likes interacting with people, but I've seen his Portal playthrough, and I liked his Portal playthrough, so I keep telling him, hey, do Portal 2, and he's like, well, maybe we do Portal 2 co-op, and then I'm like, I don't have a working computer, and then Dave's like, well, I do, and then we have the brilliant idea of doing the thing that I described before, but we need to do it. So just like comment section right now, just like scroll down whatever device you are on, you know, just like turn your phone so that the video is in portrait, and you can scroll down into the comments and type, you know, do Portal 2 with super caps, please, thank you. Yes. Okay, so I mean, I'll leave you right now just to go do that. Actually, I'll make it even easier on you by ending the video in like 2 seconds. So I mean, if you've made it this far, I mean, you might as well, right? You know, do Portal 2. It also proves that you've made it to the end of the video, or at least to like 5 minutes before the end of the video, and for that I am grateful, so take care of yourself.